Yes, I know. Yes, I cry. Return of the night. Alright, we're back for another video. Video 3. Fucking hell, it's hot. Got my water. It's hot as shit. It's at night, 10 a.m. 10th of July. I'll probably release it tomorrow. I'm gonna stay consistent. I don't care. I got time on my hands, so I'm gonna stay consistent. So yeah, this is gonna be a different type of video. I got a screen recorder on my MacBook. We are basically going to just ramble on for a bit and why I think AMD is the next Nvidia. Not the next Nvidia actually, but like I think we could be a multi-trillion-dollar company. Sorry, multi-trillion-dollar. Don't mind the mess, yeah. Calm it down. It could be a multi-trillion-dollar company. I don't think that's a crazy shout. So like, I will check it right now. Cool. So AMD is literally at $900 billion market cap. This video is basically explaining my bull case thesis in a way. So boom, why am I choosing AMD? When I say why I'm choosing, I'm up over 100% on this stock. At one point I was like 140%. I got in, I can show you right now. Can you see? It's at the top here. Come on, focus. See the top? See it? Top $252. Ooh, focus is actually very good. And we're back. Yeah, today AMD is up about like 150% ish, sometimes even more. It's sitting at near 550 today. Wall Street is only just catching up, in my opinion. Today I'm more or less going to break down my bull case for the stock and why I think the stock can keep climbing over the next 5 years. And yeah, and maybe give a price prediction because I know a lot of people like that. So, Q1 of 2026 for AMD, we hit about $10.25 billion. So it's up 38% year over year, with the data center revenue alone jumping about 57%. So Q2, they just recently announced they're going to announce it on August 4th. I'll bring it up here. This is actually so, I thought like these are the videos I want to do because I can just bring it up and it saves me time on editing. So they literally just recently announced they're going to report its fiscal second quarter financial results of 2026 on August 4th. So where we are now, we're in June, July, August, yeah, so in a month. So what are we actually? July 10th. So just under a month until they report their second batch of earnings, which will be pretty cool. Like I said, the guided revenue is reportedly to be about $11.2 billion. So that's about 46% year over year growth, and that's not slowing down. I honestly believe they're accelerating, and we have a lot more to go. Whether it stays at this kind of level for until the end of the year, I don't know, but I do believe that for the next 5 years it's a good hold. I don't really care about my stock portfolio. I just leave it. I don't look at it as much. Sometimes it goes up and down. Like I think 2 weeks ago we hit all-time highs on my stock portfolio, and then literally within a day or two it crashed for like about 10%, which is crazy to hear, but that's the truth. And I don't really care. But AMD, I remember seeing this at $150. I was like, fuck, why did I not get in? But I wasn't as educated, so that's why I'm more or less created this YouTube channel to try to educate you a little bit and give you a little bit of information of whether I would invest into it today or would I wait. But we'll get into some of the bull case scenarios where I think why AMD could go a lot higher in the next 5 years. Point one is a GPU story is bigger than people think. You don't mind my bed, it's very fucking messy, so let's get that away. Okay, so you can see the water. Yeah, alright, maybe a little bit less. You can see the water. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so the PYC server GPUs are probably the most quiet giant here. AMD raised its server CPU TAM estimate to over $120 billion by 2030, and it guided server GPU revenue to grow more than 70% year over year this quarter. The Venice chips that I kind of found out about recently, I'll be very honest, that just entered production. AMD says more customers are validating this generation, and that the EPYC launch before it. So everyone talks about GPUs, but the CPU business is where I think the most underappreciated upside is. So yeah, we're very excited to see that, especially the Venice chips that have entered production. Lisa Su have been talking about a lot recently, and AMD's invested a lot into it, and I genuinely believe that could be a big catalyst for the stock to grow. Another point is the AI accelerator catalyst. Lisa Su said customer forecasts. I'm just reading it off here. It's exactly what she said. Customer forecasts for the M1 450 are already beating internal expectations. Meta committed, that we talked about in our first video, to deploying up to 6 gigawatts of AMD Instinct GPUs. Oracle's running a 50,000 GPU Helios supercluster. Samsung is supplying HBM4 for the next gen platform. We talked about HBM in our last video. If this ramps on schedule in the back half of the year, it might be the single biggest re-rating catalyst left on the table. So another big reason, keeping it short and brief today. Don't want to waste too much time. I'm also looking at some news articles on my MacBook Air to make sure I don't chat a bunch of shit. Another point is probably that Wall Street is playing catch up, and what I mean by that is in the space of a week, Goldman Sachs raised its target to $640 from $450. Wells Fargo went from $415 to $615. UBS went from is up to $670 as a price target. Cantor Fitzgerald is put its price target to $700. That's not one bank, that's a wave of upgrades, and the common thread in analysts admitting that they understand the CPU plus AI combo. Multiple banks re-rate a stock within days of each other. That's a signal institutional money is repositioning. Basically, they're really starting to believe into the stock. Re-rating it is just more or less another word for price targets. We're at $546 as of today. I think about 5 days last week we were at yeah, you can see it here. That's really good. Price target from 450. Goldman Sachs right there. Price target from 450 to 640. Where was this? It was at $568 just 5 days ago. Street consensus sits in the $470 to $490 range, but the freshest targets, the post upgrades, cluster between $600 and $700 in the next 12 months. So what is that? Let me just get my phone. And now I lost my phone. So it's at 546 right now. This is how we do some maths. 546. Say it goes to $700 divided by 46. But I did some maths, so that's about 28% in growth for the next year. That's comfortably beating the S&P 500, and that's not me saying go invest. Yeah, this is NFA, it's non-financial advice, but I believe that it can really go even higher than that, because at the start of the year, we can see right here, it was literally sitting at $215. Yeah, it was wavering about that, and that's where I was investing. Funny story, one of my cousins, he doesn't know shit about investing, he's older than me. I got him at $190 something. It was a lower price entry than what I was in, but he wanted to get into it, and he didn't really touch it since, and he's up like 150%, and he was like, what the hell? But yeah, I was investing around these times, and my DCA now is about 250, which is fine. So yeah, so if you told me at that point that we were about to hit $600 in what, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, what, 7 months, the half of the year, I'm gonna do 2x. I wouldn't have told you that. And does that mean that we're gonna do another 2x? No. But I definitely do believe if we don't see like a massive market crash, and to be fair, I don't really care. I'm gonna keep DCAing anyways, even if it dips. Like, say it goes down to like 350, I'll DCA into there. but I'm really happy with my position. My view, if Helios ships on schedule and if Venice keeps compounding, $600 plus is definitely realistic in the next year. And even with a longer 3 to 5 year path tracking AMD's own guidance, tens of $billions in annual AI data center revenue by 2027. The valuation is stretched. I'm not going to lie to you. It's sitting at 135x PE, price to earnings ratio. So any execution slip on the M150, timing on a broader AI capex pullback hits hard. It is high conviction, but not risk free. So hence why it's not financial advice. Where do I see the stock in 5 years? Like I said, I don't want to keep this. I don't want to ramble on and edit too much. Just want to get out there and keep pumping out content as much as I can. I genuinely do believe that this stock could hit $2.5 trillion in market cap. So where is that? So we're at 900 now. So 2,500 divided by 900. I cannot be asked. That's a 2.77x. So that's about, from today's value, still calculation, is about 1,500. So I do believe in the next 5 years we can see potentially $1,000 to $1,500. That only sits at $2.5 trillion market cap. I genuinely do believe AMD will be one of the biggest companies in the world. They're really competing against Nvidia. I don't think they'll ever pass Nvidia, but I do think they will adapt. And we don't need to find the next Nvidia. We just need to find a good stock that will grow. Obviously, I'd advise looking into the S&P if you're not really trying to go into that risk. But for me personally, I'm young. I could take a little bit of risk. So far it's kind of paid off, but I haven't made any money in terms of I haven't sold anything. So I genuinely believe AMD is the next Nvidia-like to grow, and even this first half of the year has done that. So yeah, so that is the video. I don't want to keep up too much of your time. Quick short one on why I believe AMD will be the next big stock to grow. So more of a sit down kind of video, get my laptop out, chill, talk, ramble on. And yeah, if you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe and comment. I'm gonna keep posting at least 1 to 2 videos a week. A lot of shit happens in the investing industry with a lot of these big companies. I might make a video about SpaceX. If you guys want to see my portfolio, I would do that at 1,000 subscribers. That's it. It's not a crazy portfolio. That's alright for me for now. But 1,000 subs. I've got a year to prove to myself to hit 1,000 subs. So yeah, so let's see if we can do that. So yeah, if you liked and enjoyed this video, please hit the comment section. Go into the comment section of what stock you want me to look at. I might do another video on what stocks are good to invest in, because there's a lot of dips right now. Even Meta kind of dipped. Let's look at Meta, because I think the last time I was with you guys, I think Meta's gone up. Oh my god. Yeah, that's really good. So I'll put it on the let's see. We're gonna check it right now. On the day of I posted that video. So Meta was at $585 because I put it on the thumbnail, and today it is literally trading at $631. So what's that percentage gain? So we're up about 580. We're nearly up 10%, and in pre-market it's up to $643. So I'm not chatting shit here. Meta is a great stock to invest in. I'm not obviously financial advice. There you go. Let's see it here. If you can see, it's up in the pre-market. So that's really good. Again, Meta Thesis, if you want to watch that video, be a link in the description. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment if you like this type of videos where I sit down, chill, talk, whatever, ramble on. Thank you so much. I will keep doing it. I like this concept. And yeah, take care. Boom.